after almost, I believe, 4 months, it's been about 4 months or 3 months, we are finally back, and we're just going to immediately get started on moving forward. We got the Surf HM, which we probably should have put on somebody at some point, and I did change the team off screen, so we wouldn't have to see this. Basically, just swapped the two fighting types for Pokemon that we will be using, because having two fighting types, well, we had three on us. Having three fighting types against what will become the fighting or flying gym leaders, not a great idea. So we're gonna just make our run up there. And usually I wouldn't actually show this, but it's been a long time. We're just gonna use our repels while we can. But it's been a long time. And I kind of just wanted to give a sort of explanation of why that's the case. We already had our encounter in the city, by the way. Otherwise, I would have gone with Cradley as our encounter. Probably should have waited on this, but ignoring that. So basically, what ended up happening, which is I ended up patching another Pokemon Emerald. Oh, by the way, here. But I ended up patching another Pokemon Emerald with another ROM at the time. I think it was... I don't really remember, honestly. It was something for RA, which, yeah. And so I ended up losing the original ROM for this, but my save file also got put somewhere. Because when you end up having the same name as something, using the emulator I use, it ends up just usually overwriting it, and I have to rely on backups to have that, which I'm lucky I did. I'm lucky I had backups to actually get somewhere, because otherwise we would be screwed. But, oh yeah, Watson, we should probably do this. We'll do it another time. We'll come back here. But we're going to go this way. We have this new route. Oh yeah, hold on. This counts as a new route, right? Making sure. Mauville. We have a new water Pokemon to get. Route 118. We have not gone here, right? I want to say. So probably shouldn't have repels on. Do I want to use the grass encounter? We're probably going to use the grass encounter. But it ended up saving into a very weird spot that took me a long time to actually, like, find. Because I have everything saved to separate drives, so it doesn't, like, I don't have one drive filled up. I have, like, several that are, like, 75% filled. It's how I've always done it. Wow. Soundproof, wow, coming in handy for the first time. But, overall, it took me a while to find which drive it was. It happened to be in Drive K, thank the Lord. And that's the one that I used at the time for a bunch of different stuff. We have Crunch for this, actually. And it just happened to be that I didn't check it because I really didn't think it would put there, because nothing else uses Drive K besides really big projects, which I hadn't used for a while. But overall, I managed to find it, and we're finally back. Sorry for the delay on this. We would have been done with this if I had done this normally. But this is how the team's looking. We have, I guess we could go through. We have mostly fully evolved at this point. Adam's the only one left. And I decided to go with Albert because I think we're going to end up fighting a Altaria, which in this has, what's it called? Has the fairy typing, I'm pretty sure. That's usually the change that is made in these ROM hacks. I have tried to avoid as much documentation of this game, but I'm pretty sure Altaria is fairy type. So we're going to go with this as our encounter here. These guys use electric types. I probably should have thought of this through. But also need to go through my items here. Oh, it's a Burt. I thought these were the electric user. Whatever. Pidgeotto. We have Chip away. It'll be fine. But, yeah. So that's where I sit. We're not going to be skipping a lot of this video because we're going to be on a route that is just fully exploring. We do have a rival fight coming up along with some Institute shenanigans. The level cap is 33, so we might end up swapping some Pokemon just so I don't have to leave these guys out. I need these Pokemon, or at least 4 of these for Winona. Which, yes, I think I say that wrong all the time. I don't care. But it is going to be very scary to go into that boss fight. As a gym leader, one of the biggest problems with it is overall, in the normal just fighting for... Ooh, what did I have? Oh, Oranberry, okay. Does poison kill? Damn. But in the normal case of like Pokemon Emerald Winona, Skarmory is a dangerous defensive wall that can actually like leave me in a very bad spot. This is a very bad matchup actually. I'm gonna go here to Akma. Maybe get the normal type whatever. Ooh. We have extra sensory, right? Okay, we do. Scary. I wonder if it could even hit. But, what was I saying? Yeah, Skarmory is very dangerous in the normal teams. Altaria, for the normal boss fight, has access to Dragon Dance Earthquake, which covers a lot of the, counters that you would put if you're playing an electric type. So, we're in very scary territory. I don't want to say we're, like, out of it, but we definitely are not in a good spot. So we need to make sure we keep Nidoqueen available. I think it's going to be a nice defensive pivot just in general, and we will be using Electra in that gym as well. But let's go up here for this item. Probably there's the repel. We're going to say no. Oh, you know what? I don't have... Do I have that many Great Balls? I think that's enough, right? Let's hope. Alright, let's see what we're getting in this one. This is actually really, really good. As long as it's a different... By the way, I need to swap really fast. This could get really bad. It's... Yes, don't get me wrong, it is an 8-level difference, but we'll go Albert. Albert has enough health. Look at that amazing HP. Yeah, I'm glad I swapped. It's actually a physical move here. Sludge will kill. Oh, Yawn. I forgot we have Yawn and Encore. This is going to be a great... Wow, we are just unable to die to this. Alright, so... We do need more Pokeballs, which I'll probably actually cut out. But... Electrike. Very good Pokemon. I'm glad to pick up an electric type. That'll definitely... We're going to save that in the box, ultimately. But we might bring it out soon. Alright, what do we name it? Male. There's Sparky. But I'm actually going to go with a little bit of a personal reference. It's not personal, but basically, I mentioned Sparky there. In Ken's Labyrinth, if you go back to that old game, there's a dog in the game called Sparky, and you have an escort quest for the second episode, I believe. It's been a while since I've played it. I'm pretty sure it's the second episode. There's no hidden item? What a scam. But yeah, in the second episode, you end up guarding Sparky and push him through the 10 levels that are there, and then for the final 10 you're free. But ignoring that, Intimidate's really good here. This is actually a very scary fight. Aquatail's my best bet. But Ken is just the name of, the person who made it. With Swords Dance, I'm faster, so let's make sure. Aquatail, we're going to tackle because it's 100% accurate in this game, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Ken Silverman's the one who made it, and Sparky's the dog. It's a little bit of connection. I think it's fair. I am going to check to make sure the level cap is being fulfilled here. Yeah. So the level cap is 33 for Winona. So we are going to be swapping around a bit of our Pokemon. Uh, but that'll be, you know, in a little bit. We'll have a nice cut here that you guys will not see. Pinsir, very scary Pokemon. Intimidate is really, really nice. I'm going to be brutally honest. One of my favorite. Oh, break some mold. Interesting. But I'm really glad to have a Rock Tomb. Alright, with a crit, that was after... I think we live a crit no matter what, so I'm just going to Aqua Tail. This might be a bad decision. Yeah, I think even with a crit, we would have been fine. I always... What? Is it just orange berry? Citrus berry. I wasted that. My bad. We do have some berries coming up, so it's not too bad of a deal. Scary Face. Honestly, not a bad move entirely. I'm actually going to get rid of Tackle. Oh, I just realized Ice Fang is actually 100%. And Bite would have worked too. I'm actually going to get rid of Tackle for some speed control. If we end up having a big problem against the Altaria, we can swap in Electra, maybe tank something. That's like the best case scenario here. Akma, of course, leveling up. And we'll end up swapping Electra again to at least use it for a bit. Is Adam really... Oh, no, we have Albert here. Albert is slowly becoming one of my favorite Pokemon in this team. What's the item you have? Citrus Berry. I don't want to waste my Citrus Berry, but it is nice to have. But we should have one trainer, and then we have all these fantastic berries, which will be great. But yeah, I am kind of scared for the next gym. If we are going to wipe, I feel like it would be there. It is raining. You have Weather Ball. That would be scary as hell. Sludge is our best option. I also thought we had Sludge Bomb, but Sludge will... Really? How frustrating. Use Mega Drain and damage yourself. Knock off. Well, luckily I swapped it. Very annoying. But hopefully we aren't paralyzed for the next 18 years. Alright. We're not out of the woods yet. Oh, there's Adam. Proving that, in fact, will not become a useful party member for a while. There's Gloom. If I'm already paralyzed, what do I have to be scared of? Grass, normal, poison is the... Okay. I mean, cool. Whatever. Whatever. I wonder if Body Slam is... I don't think Body Slam is stronger. Not by a long shot. Hey, take damage, you fool. Love Liquid Ooze. It's actually a very good counter to some of the in-game Pokemon in normal Emerald. Don't tell me. I'm going to have to Body Slam this then. But, yeah, there's a couple Pokemon that actually just kind of spam moves like that. They aren't good in Generation 3 at all because Giga Drain's only 60 power in that one. But it is kind of annoying. Also, Moonlight is weakened, which is kind of funny that it would have it here. Really hoping for paralysis. Oh my gosh, we're being stalled! How funny. Isn't it like 30%? Lucky Chant. I'm gonna get paralyzed. It's gonna Moonlight, right? Yep. I know how this goes. Alright. It's gonna Moonlight. We're going to Akma. I'm done. I'm just done. I do wonder if Akma is gonna be that useful in the fight. Don't get me wrong, like, Ghost typing in general is really good, but I don't think it's going to be overly powerful. Alright, this should kill. Yeah, there we go. Should have just done this a long time ago. There's Albert with the level up. Sadly, no Sludge Bomb. Would love to have that ability, or even Poison Jab, but now we have berries to collect. Let me see who could be in the lead. We haven't used... we'll just take you. Yeah. Oh, for burn. I was like, why do we have Rost? Adamant. I forgot. This guy's so powerful. Probably should just give him Surf over Bubble Beam, but I think Bubble Beam actually has some use. Palm Egg. We're going to be berry collecting for a second. But, yeah. So, I'm actually pretty glad to finally be back to this. I'm probably going to focus on finishing this, if I were to be honest. I should have been done. The plan was, without all the issues, this happened like early January, or late December actually, and I just used the saved up videos I had. So I would have been done in February at the latest. That would have been the final thing. So now that we're back, we're probably going to finish before May is up. We're not going to waste repels. We don't need it. But yeah, that'll be in May. I do think it's kind of frustrating to have this happen, but it just means that, you know, I just, some of my stuff got delayed. Plus, I finished a few other series at the same time. So it's not a big deal. It just meant, you know, this was on my plate, and I already do the thing where I start something, I don't go back and finish it a lot. I've been trying to work on that with these daily uploads. And I feel like this one was kind of out of my control. Is there a way back here? No. I think yeah, you give me a bunch of berries, right? Okay. These might come up. I don't think they will. But, yeah. So overall, I'm kind of disappointed that I'm kind of, you know, stuck in a weird way, but a good saying, no, we're not doing this. But I haven't been able to play this, which is kind of what I wanted to do. I also wanted to, you know, play more, but hey. Ultra Ball, that'll be important. We are going to go to New Mobile before we do the next gym, but that'll be later. We're going to do this. Hopefully, it's not that bad of a problem. We do have access to Damp, which is, again, not the best, but it'll work here. Intimidate, perfect. Honestly, with our water moves powered up, I feel pretty good about this. Man, I really wish we had a Dustox. I heard they were buffed. And I want to try it. Water boosted Aqua Tail. This has to kill, right? Yep, okay. Bubble Beam might not kill because we're adamant, but it is boosted. Oh, I need to check the experience here. We might have to swap. Venoshock. Damn. Hopefully we don't put anything that we need past the level cap. Because I don't need Bunta, but I will need Electra. And we do have our Electrike, but we don't want to push that past. Let me see. What is... Okay, it's actually going by really quickly. So we're going to try and avoid using Pokemon that we're going to need. I'm going to head back here. We did a nice little cleanup here, and we have a new encounter coming up. I will pick up some Ultra Balls. There's another encounter. What? Okay, I'm only slightly terrified here. Just in case. We'll go here, hopefully. This is scary. Okay. And then we are going to swap to Albert here. This is a very bad form. Wow, that did... Oh, can't escape. Please let me out. Thunderfang. Okay. Never mind. Albert doesn't care. Albert the hero right now. I didn't expect this. But yeah, we have a bunch of Pokeballs that we need to take care of. And we need to head back this way. By the way, I remember this was here. We're gonna sell it. It doesn't really come into use, but we do. I probably will go to New Mobile after this cut. And we're back to, well, I changed up the team a bit, so we'll go over that as we're going to New Mobile. We have Repel, so don't need to worry. Before I do forget, for some reason in my head, I was like, oh, I have enough Pokeballs. So we're going to quickly go buy a few for our encounter here, just in case the worst comes to worst. We'll just buy 20 Great Balls. Sorry about that, I meant to do it earlier. For some reason, it just totally skipped my mind. We're not going to have Bunta in the lead, mostly because, well, it's just not that important. We did swap out for some interesting Pokemon. We're going to go to the one that kind of walls everything. What we got? Cherry Berry. Body Slam? Was that what I was worried about? But we already picked up an encounter on this route. It would just happen to be on the normal grass. So I probably should have sold a bunch of the stuff too, but we'll probably end up doing this after New Mobile. And yeah, simple. But we ended up picking some Pokemon. Some of these Pokemon I think we're going to end up using. I didn't really check their IVs or anything. Lightning Rod's good. Bashful. I mean, that's pretty good. That's an insane Zangoose. What the hell? Strength. I just realized this might be the most broken Pokemon we picked up. Holy crap, why didn't I use this? Oh well. Well, now we have it with Slash and Night Slash on it. I did change out some of the moves. I ended up skipping over False Swipe and Crush Claw for Zangoose, personally. That's just... I don't really... By the way, once we get to... we're going to ignore this. We're not going to touch any item balls until the Repel. And we're gonna run into our first encounter here. Please be something like a Magnemite. Magnemite would be incredible. I don't want the only electric type to be Manectric in this case. Voltorb is okay. I'm not really happy, if I'm honest. I think I kill this no matter what. I think Rapid Spin might honestly kill it, so we'll see what it can actually do. It might have Sonic Boom, but I mean, we'll see. Swift, okay. Yeah, it's not gonna do much, but Voltorb is okay. It does have the capabilities that I'm looking for to get by our next gym, but I don't think it's gonna be that useful. It also might not be as useless. Maybe it's been changed a bit. I might use Rapid Spin here. Rapid Spin can't kill, right? No way. Alright. Let's see. Come on. Oh. Okay. That was scary. But, yeah, having a Voltorb is actually really cool. It's not my preferred encounter here. I know Magnemite appears here. I'm very interested to see what other Pokemon could have appeared here. But I'm still just going to put on Repels. But, yeah. What we got for... I'm always a big fan of the classic reference to 100 with this one. So... But... I don't know. I don't know how many people actually know that one. So, now we're going to put on Repels again. We have the Dragon Scale, which is interesting. But, this should be... There's like a bunch of electrodes here, right? What's over here? Yeah, this is an electrode. So maybe I should have... No, it's a Voltorb. I'm a little frustrated that we picked up a Voltorb because I don't think, like, after this gym, it's not really going to be that impressive to have it. But, hey, that's the way it be. When it comes down to the gyms, I do think we're hitting the... Because I don't know what changes have been brought forth to Electrolyzer. That's... I wonder if Elekid is here. Or Electabuzz. Okay, that goes back to that. I'm just making sure. I don't want to skip anything. But, I do wonder if, or not wonder, I do know we're in what I like to call the harder point for being able to build teams. Like, we've gotten incredibly lucky that we happened to find a Electrike in our little, in our route building up to it, which is really good. And we also got a Voltorb, which kind of gives me a lot, because Voltorb, while I'm kind of shitting on it past the point of the 6th gym, it does have this amazing ability to hit insanely fast, which means we could spread paralysis, we can do just damage, chip damage, and then the amazing ability of, I don't think we actually swapped this at all, right? Yep. Can you tell it's been a while? But we could just blow up, which I honestly might do depending on like the situation at hand. We do have an amazing ghost type combo, so we can do that if need be in a double battle scenario if we get to like Liza and Tate. So it does have like a really good usability for my team right now, but it's still kind of up in the air. Yeah, repel. But we are at the end. I believe this is the Thunderstone, which I don't think we have any usable function for this. But we will get Thunderbolt, which we might... Honestly, I might just leave Discharge on Manectric. Sorry, Evolved. I forgot about that. Which I don't know if I'll actually leave in. But ignoring that, we are making our way out of New Millville. If I actually knew the correct path out, that would be nice. And I think we'll end up going back the proper way. Though we are getting close to our time. So we'll probably have enough time to do one encounter. And that'll be it. So with that quest finished, once we talk to Watson, we can get the Thunderbolt TM for free, which is cool. It's not really relevant to my team right now. There's a couple Pokemon that might get this that aren't electric types, but we'll see what happens. We're going here. We're going to repel, and we're going to get across to our last encounter before we end today's video. This should be around like 20-ish minutes. It shouldn't be that long, but we have Route 119. I don't know what Pokemon are available here. Also, let's make sure you know, now looking at it, I don't have a great team for catching Pokemon, but we're going to wait for the repel to wear off, which is now, and we're going to see what we got. What is our big encounter here? I don't think that's that good. If I'm being honest, I think this is actually a pretty miserable encounter, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Damn. That's actually really shitty. Like, I don't think Apom has any use for me. What the hell? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. What is this? Screech, soundproof. Get wrecked. Alright, we should probably just be using Great Balls. Apom. I'm actually surprised at the damage. We're gonna have to check it out next time. Okay, come on, dude. Do I try? I think Stomp kills. Apom is incredibly fragile. Like, what do I do? Also, why is it not using Swift? Kind of weird. I have no idea, but this is really frustrating now. Alright, what can we switch to that won't be killed? And I know Adam isn't that strong, but also, can we do okay damage? I guess Fury Cutter wouldn't. We're going here. This might end up backfiring entirely. Swift hits No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Alright, Fury Cutter shouldn't kill. It almost did. Damn, that hits hard. 22 damage. And I want to go here because for some reason it really wanted to do it like that. Tickle. Why didn't you do that? You're dumb. You have the capabilities. Alright. Well, we're gonna try for this capture again. Hope for the best. I wonder if Apom has been buffed. Fury Swipes. Scary. Also, I've not gotten a single shake on this Apom, which is really terrifying. There we go. A shake at least. Alright, cool. Get me out. Apom. I don't know. Maybe it'll come up. Fake out is available. Hopefully. Huh. I want to know if the changes for this exist, but male. I always picture this as like a nephew, right? I can't be the only one. Also, I can't spell. Yeah, nephew. That's how you spell nephew, right? I feel like I'm wrong. But I think that's where we're going to end this. Next time we're going to go through this route. We have a couple fights to go ahead and more encounters. So we'll probably end up doing that then.